Nowhere in the world has an entrepreneurial track record quite like this pocket of Northern California, and everywhere in the world wants to emulate Silicon Valley's success. And so it's the perfect destination for this year's finalists in the Ernst & Young Entrepreneur of the Year competition.
Well, Silicon Valley is the holy grail of entrepreneurship and innovation. What we're trying to do is to get our 24 finalists this year to really embrace the opportunities in San Francisco and in Silicon Valley, to learn from the best educators in the world, to embrace the best and the most innovative technology, and to try and really bring that home into their businesses, grow their businesses and grow jobs.
What's here in Silicon Valley for Irish people is access, particularly if you're in the area of technology. You've got access to some of the great engineering talents, some of the greatest companies, Cisco, Apple, Facebook, Google. They all started in somebody's basement or garage. And those are the things that inspire people to keep doing that. And I think the environment here also is one of failure is almost success.
If you look at Silicon Valley, what you see is a confluence of great universities, Stanford and Berkeley, lots of venture capital, lots of experience about how to do startups, and lots of students who are themselves willing to actually go off and found companies. And if they fail, they'll found another company.
Our next CEO is Jeremy.
The companies that they got access to, the executives that they got access to, like the questions and answer sessions were fantastic. You won't get that access here in general in Silicon Valley. That's the power of the Ernst & Young brand.
The learnings have been so varied, from Stanford to Facebook. What are they embracing? What lessons are they learning? What are they bringing home?
Being in Facebook's massively inspiring. I think everybody's just walked out with their minds blown. I mean, just to see the culture, I think, is the one thing that just jumps out at you. It's really refreshing and positive and upbeat. It feels like they're trying to change the world here.
I think Silicon Valley is such a dynamic location. There's so much happening, and also the way that people think, they're hardwired differently. It's all about possibility and what can be done.
When we started the CEO retreat, really our thinking was to get the 24 finalists together and allow them to meet each other and see that they all shared similar issues. And it's really developed from there. Now that there are so many alumni who come, they see the strength of that network and they see very immediate business opportunities, and perhaps more than that, they form real relationships of trust with people that really help them to share issues and have real benefit for their business.
The main part of the week for me has been the interaction with both the current finalists, this year's finalists, but in particular the alumni, and the amount of time that they gave of themselves in participating and sharing views with other people. And that's probably the biggest takeaway that I will take out of the week.
Crossing San Francisco, the Golden Gate Bridge, on bikes and surrounded by a huge amount of inspirational entrepreneurs over the last 4 days has been very special.
Rubbing shoulders with the guys that we're with, the speakers that we've been listening to, it just puts you on another plane, gets you thinking on a different level. The mentality out here, never say never, anything is possible. It's a fantastic experience.
You take all this and you bring it back to Ireland, what we can be doing, and that's just phenomenal.
In Ireland, the entrepreneurs understand to be successful, they need to be global very early on. I think they're also, many of them at least, are committed to actually providing indigenous growth for Ireland. I think that's a very noble thing. I mean, it's not just about making money, it's about doing something that will help the country. You often don't see that with Silicon Valley firms where people are just there to make money as quickly as possible.
Being a CEO or being a founder of a company and going through all the difficulties associated, it's a very lonely experience, and having people that you can actually resonate with that have had the same experiences actually is very, very fulfilling. Being part of a community of entrepreneurs from Ireland is just so inspiring.
Everybody needs to take different things home. They need to understand, well, what's the opportunity that I've seen here? What have I learned from some of the best entrepreneurs in Silicon Valley and the world, and from some of the best educators in the world? How do I bring that back into my business, and how do I grow my business?
The big thing that you can see from the week is the enthusiasm, the professionalism, the goal that's out there, the goal that's within all the other Irish companies in the group, and to see that there's a lot of Irish companies driving on and doing well.
I'm just so excited about the difference that this is going to make in my business, and I'm not just saying that for you guys. This is very significant what we're going to do. I'm energised to make it really, really different.
I've certainly been challenged to rethink, and I think that's a big thing for me, is that I have to kind of rethink the way I'm managing. I have to rethink the way I'm thinking about business, and I have to rethink the way I'm looking at opportunities.
It's inspirational, honestly. I'm in business 30 years. I don't think I've been stimulated as much in 1 week. I mean, I got as much stimulation in 1 week as I would have in 1 or 2 years going to various conferences at home.
There's a massive bounce. And when they go back to their businesses next week, what we're really hoping we can achieve through this program is that they'll grow their businesses, that they'll think differently about different markets, about different technology, but most importantly, they'll go home and they'll generate and grow jobs.